So, what is it like being a small streamer? Spoiler alert, it's not great. I was recently inspired by this video by Ludwig, where he tried to recreate his success. If he had to do it all over again, could he, from zero, become as successful as a streamer as he is now? Without his fame, without his money, without his connection, and who he is, could he, from zero, become as successful as a streamer as he is now?
If I'm being genuine, I'm just trying to find a gimmick to get a single viewer. Because I've done it all. And this is fucking hard. I'm going to go as far as to say it's a waste of time.
The answer to that was no. That's because a lot of streaming is just getting lucky. And seeing his frustration with streaming to no one, to zero viewers, and believing and getting excited when there's finally someone who's viewing him and following him, just to find out that it's an OnlyFan bot trying to get him to like subscribe to their link, really resonated with me and what I've gone through as a small streamer and what I continue to go through. And I just realized I've never really discussed that, my history with streaming so far. And I don't know if anyone's watching this. Maybe I'm just talking into the empty void of the universe. But regardless, I'm gonna tell you about it. So sit down, grab a cup of milk, maybe put some liquor in it, and let old Grandpa Free tell you the before times. Let's start with how I got into the video game entertainment internet space. I was dating a girl in high school, and she really liked Cryaotic, and she got me into Cryaotic. And some of you might not even know who Cryaotic was, but I was really big into him at the time before he came out as a groomer. That wasn't cool, but before any of that was known, he used to have a segment called Late Night with Cry and Russ, and I thought that was so fun and cool that every Saturday night, him and his friends would just goof off and have fun and play different games together, and people would just, chime in and enjoy themselves with them. It was like a big party, and I was not the type of high school kid that got invited to parties on Saturdays, so obviously I didn't have anything else to do Saturday night except watch Late Night with Cry and Russ. And it was a really good time, actually. Fast forward later, and then the person I was living with at the time was really into Overwatch, and he actually got me into Overwatch. And I remember watching him watch Twitch while I was eating, and I didn't understand why he did that. Like, why don't you just go play Overwatch like we usually do? Why are you watching someone else play? And he's like, oh, this guy is actually really good. Like, better than like 99.9% of the population. It's like, okay, cool. So maybe I should give it a try. Maybe I can learn something from these pros. And that's when I discovered Harblue. And that's really what got me into streaming. I was in an incredibly lonely place at the time, and watching Harblue make some dumb jokes, crack a few laughs, and just play rounds and rounds of Overwatch made each day a little bit easier. And I remember I used to have a really hard time falling asleep during that part of my life, and so I would put him on the background and just fall asleep to Overwatch gameplay. I know, super nerdy, but it is what it is. And so I thought, oh, that'd be so cool. Like, I enjoy entertaining people, I enjoy making people laugh, I enjoy making people's day, so why not try this streaming thing? And I remember that that summer specifically, I was streaming and there was one viewer. And I was streaming my heart out, playing different games. I mean, granted, they were not very talkative, and I, attest that to being shy. It's just me and this person, and there's no one else in chat. But I mean, I would talk to them all the time. I mean, there were huge wins, huge ups, huge downs, but they were always there for me. And then at the end of the summer, my friend finally told me, like, hey, by the way, just so you know, when you open your stream to stream, that one viewer is you. And I don't know how I got the courage to keep on like streaming. That was sad, to say the least. It's funny now, but during that time I was like, man, I guess I had a wonderful summer with my imaginary friend for like what, like I want to say like 8 or 9 years now. I've been streaming, not consecutively, not consistently either, but on and off here and there. And there have been a lot of people that came through. The first viewers I ever had, or the first chatters I ever had, was when I was playing Kingdom Hearts 3. And that's the beginning era of Sir Phone, Adam, and JoJo. I mean, where they are in life now, who's to say? But they were also my first mods. And it was a great time. The equipment was terrible. I mean, I feel like it was like an 8-bit streaming platform, but for some reason they stayed because they enjoyed the content enough. And I think that's one of the hardest things about streaming is people just come and go. And that's fine. Like, life happens. You might get married, you might get a girlfriend, you might switch jobs, you know, things could be happening in your life that require more of your attention, or you just find another streamer that you prefer more than me. And that's totally fine. But it really is one of those moments when you're a kid playing Call of Duty after school every day with that one online friend, and just one night he's like, "Oh man, I gotta go to bed, but I'll see you tomorrow, like after school again." You're like, "Yeah, man, see you." And then he never comes back. And that profile has been offline for 13 years or something. It really does feel like that once in a while, because I do pay a lot of attention to people who come through, because as a small streamer, they're all very important to me. They're taking time of their life to watch this content that hopefully I'm providing some entertainment of. But once again, that's understandable. I really got my stride when I got into Overwatch, and Heart Blue is one of the prime reason why I got into being a Roadhog and Zarya main. It was fun. I was actually in like a minor esports league for a little bit. I beat a top 500 player. I forgot what his name was. Press enter here.
What the fuck?
We're good here. We're good here.
Nice. Two down. That's two down.
Okay, let's
2 down. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're good here. We're good here.
I'll shatter.
It's been already. Oh god.
Yeah, ours is balanced. Yeah, ours is balanced. Yeah, well played by that guy. Okay, my bad.
Oh god, no, you're good, man.
Oh, I'm so mad. What? Is this guy good or no? It's over. Bro, wait, is that guy like not bad at tank?
Yeah. We won the first fight pretty handily.
Bro, on private. This guy's clean.
And that's when I had the most viewers. Consecutively, like over 10 viewers, maybe 13, maybe sometimes we hit the 20s, you know? And that was big for me. That was big for me at the time. And then I decided to take a month-long break to just get my mental health together. And that is completely understandable. But a month-long break in streamer year is an eternity. Definitely, it dwindled. A lot of people just kind of left. So that was a bummer, but I needed that time to like really reflect on what I wanted. That's the most recent arc. Like I considered certain arcs of my streaming history to be the beginning arc, the golden age, the second age, and now we're at the question mark, what am I doing age, where I've stopped playing Overwatch because I just didn't have fun with the game anymore, and I think that's fair. But what's harder than being just a small streamer is being a variety small streamer, because it's easier to just play one game forever, because then people come to see you and they know what they're getting into. When you're a variety streamer, changing things here and there, people might not like the game. They really just have to stay for you, and that's a lot to ask of anyone on the internet. My entire Twitch channel is being held up by one person in the community. His name is Turkwick. I've always said in the music world, because I make music here and there, you can listen to me, I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, that if only one person felt something from my song, if they listened to my music and felt something, only one person, it was worth me making an entire album. So for now, as long as there's one person watching my stream, I'm still gonna continue streaming. And honestly, like it is being held up millimeters from the ground by one lone starter Pokemon. Shout out to you, Turkwick. Great guy, great guy. That's where I am right now. I'm having a lot of fun doing a variety of streams and, you know, doing a lot more YouTube content. You know, it can only really end up in two ways. One, like somehow the luck of gods and the universe bless us and the algorithm picks us up. I meet some cool streamers, this or that. The community blows up. Or two, it dwindles into nothingness and I move on to something else in my life. And that would be hard to say because I've, once again, been doing this for like 8 or 9 years. A side note, one thing to note about being a small streamer is it is incredibly not cool. Like, especially in the dating world, it is so not cool. Granted, if you're big in anything, if you're a big streamer, big YouTuber, that's cool. But if you're trying or getting into being a YouTuber, or if you're just a small streamer, not so cool, especially in the dating world as you're getting older and older and older. It might have been like okay in like high school, maybe early college and stuff, but like eventually it's not that attractive, I think. I always thought it was cool. I still think it's cool, to be honest. Yeah, man, I have these tattoos and I make indie sad boy music. I drive a nice car and this and that. But man, if you search up Frieden, all you're gonna see on Twitch is Italian plumber man jumps on turtles. Funny. All ore is lost. The tattoos no longer matter. There's no mystery. This guy is just really bad at Mario. You're constantly being a little bit of a goofball online, and that is not for everyone. So maybe it's good that I weaved out some of the people who didn't like my Twitch personality. It's not my entire personality, but it's also still a part of me, you know? Everything creatively is a part of you. I've said a lot of things, but what I'm trying to get at is, why am I still doing it even though there's like one person who's watching me that's not a family member, feeling bad for me once in a while? Why go through all this effort of releasing YouTube content and having a Twitch streaming schedule if no one's coming through, except for maybe one or two people? And the answer is, I love it. I really love it. I love entertaining people. I love playing video games. And I remember those days of just being lonely and just having someone I could watch stream really made things a little less lonely. And I hope I can be that for someone. Like, life is rough. It can get really, really rough. So if I could make like even an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours of your day a little bit better, like taking you out of reality and just enjoying video games with me, then I think, you know, that's worth something in this world. When someone comes in and say, hey, like, I'm gonna fall asleep through a stream, I think that's awesome, actually. Like, I'm helping someone fall asleep, like they're falling asleep listening to me play video games. Like, yeah, hell yeah, that's dope. That's cool as hell. Look, I'm never gonna be a guy who's gonna have a machete and a machine gun in one hand, blasting Cobra Snake while I'm like breastfeeding like a malnourished baby and just saving a village and just bringing water to people. That's probably not gonna be me. But making someone's hour or two day a little bit better, maybe that's worth something, you know? Who's to say? I don't know. I still enjoy it. I still think that if you have nowhere to go, hopefully my community can be a safe space for you. Well, what I've always wanted is my community to be a home for the misfits, the outcasts, the abandoned, and the lonely people. And if you can find comfort here, great. And if you ever feel like it's time for you to move on and you don't have time to, you know, just tune in, that's fine too. And I'm glad you found other things in the world that are meant for you. I feel like a dad, like, there's always gonna be a home if you ever want to come back, but I mean, you should come back. Maybe come back, visit your old man once in a while. I would love to know how you've been doing. I think the most impactful thing my entire life of streaming so far has been someone being like, hey, are you gonna stream this day? I'm like, oh, I'm not sure, why? And they're like, one of my friends lost their life during, you know, this day, and having something in the background would really help me throughout the day. And I was like, yes, I would definitely stream that day, and extra long as well. It might not be anything. I don't mind being background noise as long as I can help just ease the burden of living sometimes a little bit more for someone somewhere out there. I do love streaming, and I hope it could become something. Will it? There's only one way for us to find out, and that's for you to tune in to twitch.tv/Frieden every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central Time. Follow for more. And if you like, subscribe, view, I don't know. You know the saying. You've heard it a million times. Smash that like button. Replay this. Send it to your grandmother. She probably would love me. Being a small streamer is hard, but I enjoy every second of it. And I hope you will too, if anyone's watching this, or if I'm just talking to the abyss, which is fine. I still enjoy making these video content regardless. So I think that's what love is, probably. Anyway, this is Frieden making yet another introspective vlog type of sort of thing. Bye.